Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your host Majestic speaking, coming to you with another video on Mech Warrior Online here. And today we're playing with the Arctic Cheetah Hero Shard. And as you can see, my loadout is 6 light machine guns, 3 heavy medium lasers. Now, one thing I want to point out about these weapons, first of all, I've had this build on this mech pretty much since day one when this was first released. And if you look at the ranges between the light machine guns and the heavy medium lasers, there is not much of a difference. I mean, we're talking 33 meters of range that differentiate these two weapons. So when you take that into consideration, they sync up very, very nicely. Now, I'm using the heavy mediums because the light machine guns are low mounted on the arms. So I'm just supporting my team up front. Looking down on the mini-map, we see a bunch of our friendlies coming closer. They did put up a UAV, so I'm not going to try and go too far close to that, but I'm going to head across the middle of this battlefield here, go for this catapult to help out my friendlies, put some machine gun rounds into this guy's back, hopefully core it out if we can, and then they're going to take over the rest from the front. That Atlas and myself, we just completely annihilated that guy, and somehow we tore enough through that back armor to get the kill. Switching around the outside here, I'm still accompanied by that Atlas, which I'm very, very happy and comfortable with. Obviously, to keep pushing forward, I know that he will help support. So, going more towards this Hellbringer now, 48% left on this guy. Going for that torso, there it goes. And there goes the other torso as well, and he goes down. So, another quick kill for us. 2 very quick kills. This thing absolutely shreds through components once they're open. I absolutely love it. Even though they're high mounted, you do get very close to your opponents where they are of great use. So, it doesn't really even matter at that point. But looking further across the map, now this is domination game mode on Frozen City, so everyone is focusing up near the wreckage. And as you can see, my team is on this side. I'm going to help out my assault who overheated back here. I'm going to go for this spider, just keep putting shots into him with the heavy mediums and these light machine guns. So he's starting to run away now. He is accompanied by an Arctic Cheetah, and we have a lot of armor still to give. So I'm just going to keep playing that supportive role. We did take off the arm on that Cyclops across the way. Going to go for the leg on that Cheetah. He is now immobile. He's down to 40% and falling very, very quickly. He's not going to be able to put enough shots down on me in order to get me down. And I'm just going to tear through that center torso until he goes down. So that is 3 kills for us so far. And this game seems to be still far from over. So we're constantly putting our shots down into all these guys and their backs. I did overheat. Now that is the one part about firing off these 3 heavy mediums, is that over time they can accumulate a tremendous amount of heat. I pop that cool shot, get right back into the fight. Echo is right in front of us, going on that backside, coring through these components, and there he goes. My friendly is able to take him down with enough damage, I guess, to the front, and we're going to push right up here, going for this Sleipnir. He's got 2 rotary 5s and 2 AC 5s. He is now jammed, it looks like, and he's just charging forward. He's not even paying attention to us, and my friendly is able to bring him down as well. Going for the spider. This spider has been plaguing everyone all round. I think they have a couple of them, but nonetheless, this guy has just been a harassment mech all game long, taking off those legs, going for the other one, and there he goes. We got another kill on a light mech. So this thing just keeps shredding through these critical components on these guys. Another little overheat here. I thought firing off 2 of them would have been okay, but now I'm just going to focus on the machine guns until this round is over for the most part. There's another kill by one of my friendlies, and that is going to wrap up this first round, and we got the cookie. Very, very sweet round of gameplay. Barely took a lot of damage in any capacity, but we just tore through components, distracted all of the guys that we engaged with, and here is the result. 4 kills, 8 assists, 3 KMDDs, 793 damage, and 12 components destroyed. A great round of gameplay overall, and look, even the damage spread across the team between each lance. Everyone carried their weight. Great teamwork, great job getting the flank secured and then focusing up on the guys in the middle, surrounding and focusing up on each enemy one by one. But now let's head over to the Mech Lab and go through the rest of the details of this mech and the build. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Mech Lab, where we're going to go through the details for the build on the mech I have in front of me, the Arctic Cheetah Shard Hero. Now this is a 30-ton light clan omnimech, and what I mean by omnimech is you can switch out the components in order to configure it in a way that is more suitable to your playstyle. But first and foremost, before we dive into any details here, I'm just going to come out and be 100% completely honest with you guys from the get-go before we go any further into this video and let you guys know that I would not go out and pick up this mech or purchase this mech for, you know, the cold hard cash. It's $10 in the store, and I really don't see it offering something that's worth $10 out there on the battlefield, especially when you look at the configuration that I have for it right now. So I'm going to go through all the details about it, but really, I mean, you're not getting anything on this mech that really feels like it's worth the $10 in spending. That would be any different from something else that you could play out there on the battlefield. And you guys already saw the loadout that I have configured on this, so if you are an Arctic Cheetah fan, or if you just want the 30% C-Bill bonus, maybe you love to run Arctic Cheetahs, maybe it might be worth picking up. But apart from those two reasons, there are more than enough configurations with all of the variants that are currently in the store that would warrant you, saving the $10 and spending it elsewhere, preferably maybe the Piranha or something like that, where you're already 2/3 of the way there, having $10 saved versus, the 15 that is required for a standard pack on the Piranha. So, with that being said, we're going to go through all the details here. I just, again, wanted to be straight up with you guys right from the get-go. I would not pick up this mech for the cold hard cash. I probably wouldn't even pick it up for MC, just because obviously you will be having to pay for the MC. But checking out what it has to offer based off how I configured it: 6 ballistic, 3 energy, 0 missile, 0 AMS, and 0 ECM. As for the loadout, you already know what it entails, but look at the omnipods. You have the E variant left and right arm, which you can pick up the E variant in the store for 6.6 million C-bills, and that was the biggest, attribute about the E variant over the Shard, is that it offers those 3 ballistic in each arm, which a lot of people are using for that. So just take that into consideration before you even decide purchasing on that. If you like using ballistics and shredding through components, so on and so forth. In the torsos, I went with the C variant right torso and the C variant left torso, so that gave me the high-mounted energy hard points. Again, you can pick up these either just in any Arctic Cheetah from the store and just swap out the C variant torsos if you want those high-mounted energy hard points, or, kind of just configure it the way that you want, really. If I'm looking at each of these components, really the only thing that I have that's catering towards the Shard is the head, the center torso, and the legs. Everything else, it's a Frankenstein build. So, it's not offering anything more beneficial out there on the battlefield, especially for how I would like to use it in this capacity, than's already being given here. So if we check out the right torso, you could get the 2 ballistic hard points for the Shard if you wanted to, and then you could obviously swap that out, and you'd have maybe 8 machine guns if you want, which the Mislinks already has, which you could pick up for C-bills, or, there are so many other variants that you could swap out the ballistics for. I just really don't feel that the Shard is really, it's not, especially just for this Omnipod. Would you pick it up for $10 just for the 2 ballistics in the right torso? I personally wouldn't. I mean, I think 6 is more than enough. I have 3 high-mounted energy hard points, which is what I would want to do with them. And you're losing range with the machine guns if you put those in the torso versus the energy. So that's my personal opinion on that. And then all of these other variants, you could pick up the C, the E, or the Prime to get that 1 energy hard point in the right torso. Then for the left torso, the Shard only has 1 missile hard point. So very, very strange, unique, interesting. It's the only one that offers a missile hard point. I'm not using it for missiles. I personally don't want to use it for missiles unless I were to cater this thing to all the other missile hardpoints that it has to offer. And that's personally just not how I would run it. So I stuck with the C variant left torso. You could also use the E variant left torso. Those both offer 2 energy hardpoints each. The right and left arm. Here is the big one. So the Shard has 2 energy hardpoints in the right arm and 2 energy hardpoints in the left arm, versus the E that has the 3 ballistics. It's the only one that has ballistic hardpoints in the arms, and they're even on both sides. The Shard also has an even dispersion of those energy hardpoints, but again, you're focusing on heat then in putting those energy hardpoints in the arms rather than a heat-neutral weapon like the light machine gun. So that's just my rationale behind it. I mean, you can find more than enough reasons as to why you might want to purchase the Shard and mix and match and everything, based off the components that this mech does have to offer. But I just think for what you're getting and what's available for C-bills, or in other words, in-game currency that you guys can pick up in the store as is, it might not be the best use of your cash, you know, especially because most people like to use this tanky light mech as a brawler. So I'm just trying to hopefully steer you guys in the right direction to save you guys some money and maybe pick up something else along the road that might be more suitable or interesting to use on the battlefield. That's all. So take everything with a grain of salt. That's just my opinion. And let's move on here. So let's go down to the tonnage. 30 out of 30 tons, 73 out of 78 slots, 210 out of 210 armor. This thing is completely filled to the brim in armor because it is a pretty tanky light mech. 1.42 is the heat management ratio. We have 10 double heat sinks in total, 9 in the engine, and 1 on top in the right torso here. 51 point alpha. You know, obviously that's, you know, at optimal range, everything's firing all at once, and that's built up over time between the light machine guns and those heavy mediums. 139.3 kph with speed tweak. Jump distance is 52. We have 4 jump jets between the 2 legs, and then 2 more in the center torso. So there are 6 jump jets on this mech. It has a very, very high jump distance, especially for a light mech, with that stationary XL240 in there, which we cannot swap out. So that is optimal speed and everything. You cannot switch any of these components out. We could take off things like, say, the arm actuators, but we do have enough slots anyway if we wanted to keep everything in there. So, you know, with this configuration, we don't even need to do any kind of modifications. I did add a targeting computer 1 in there. I want to target my opponents as quickly as I possibly can to get some insight on those core components that can get me those either critical chance shots, you know, in on those raw components, or even kill shots. And that's the reasoning behind it. Obviously, you can switch that out, maybe put another double heat sink, another ton of ammo. I'm getting 6250 rounds of ammo for the light machine guns with 2.5 tons in there. That to me is more than enough, especially with these heavy medium lasers being factored in there as well. The targeting computer, again, I'm just using for that speed up time in you know, gathering information about my opponents. So that's the only reason why I decided to go with that over, you know, a double heatsink or anything. We have pretty decent heat efficiency as is, so I just wanted to focus more on what I actually want to do with this mech, which is get up close, brawl, core out some components, shred through some armor, and hopefully get those critical chance shots or kills. But that's going to do it for the overview on the mech. Checking out the skill tree really quick so we can get back out there on the battlefield. A lot of generic quirks being catered to here. Heat generation, laser duration, everything on those heavy mediums I think is critical. 7.5% bonus to the laser duration, which we all know the heavy lasers they do have a longer burn time. So to cut down on that a little bit and then focus on heat efficiency is the name of the game. I don't think percentage-wise it's worth actually picking up, you know, the armor and the structure and everything like that, because it is based off percentage, not off of hard amount of, you know, armor hard points that you're adding to the mech. So again, for light mechs, it's less beneficial versus assaults, where it's more beneficial to have this kind of stuff. I went mostly on mobility. I wanted to get everything involved here: torso yaw, twist, you know, the speed tweak and everything like that. So that's just how I wanted to configure it. I love it, like, and how it plays and how it performs like this. So I'm going to stick with it, at least for now. And then I went over towards operations. And as a brawler and having decent heat efficiency as is, I wanted to include 4 improved gyros nodes. So again, I'm getting very close and personal. I want to reduce as much cockpit shake as I possibly can, and that's what going through these 4 nodes is going to do for me. You know, we're looking at 70% reduction. You have 17 plus 17, which is 35. 17 and a half, I should say, and then again another 35 down here, so a 70% reduction in the cockpit shake. That's the only reason why I went even on the operations tree. You can go with cool run and heat containment, so on and so forth, but again, I'm sticking with my guns here. 1.42 as a heat management ratio, where you can use the mediums as your primaries and then the light machine guns as your backups and shredding components. That's the name of the game here. Sensors went with radar deprivation and seismic sensor. So I got all a 60% radar dep and then 100 meters for that seismic sensor, because obviously I'm going to be mostly close range. I added the extra consumable slot so that I could you know, carry another arty or airstrike just in case. If you guys want to check out the consumables that I attached here, we have a cool shot and 2 arty strikes. You know, I don't really take out light mechs that much, so I'm going to still mess around with this mech, and if I come back on it and I configure something else, then so be it. But for right now, from what I'm seeing on this mech, this is how I wanted to configure it from now. I hope you guys enjoyed the overview on this mech, and hopefully understood my explanation on everything. And if you were on the fence as to whether you should pick this mech up or not, I hope that I provided some sort of clarity for you, and that it helped out in some capacity. I want to thank you guys for checking out the specs here, but let's head back out to the battlefield for 2 more rounds of gameplay. We're mixing it up, though. We're going to go across all different types of terrains and everything so that you guys can see exactly how this mech performs in different kinds of conditions, scenarios, so on and so forth. So let's head back out to the battlefield and perform a couple more rounds in the Shard Arctic Cheetah Clan Hero. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Second round of gameplay is going to be on Tourmaline Desert, the hottest map in the game, and we're going to be focusing up on our opponents right here in the middle. We already did start the round. It was Walking Simulator 2.0 in the beginning, so now we're just focusing up on our opponents, getting these cheeky little shots from around corners. We're playing Incursion game mode, so we're just going to keep on our toes, stay amongst our heavies, even our mediums and assaults as best we possibly can. Just get some shots down on whoever is around. And right in front of us, we have Foxtrot. We have this Javelin who looks like he's trying to push up on us, and he is going to get swarmed by a lot of my teammates here. He's taking a tremendous amount of fire there, and there goes a couple components. It looks like he overheated, and he is going to go down very, very quickly. Now, we are riding that heat scale a little bit, so we do have to be careful there. Just putting down 1 laser at a time, focusing up with the machine guns, not letting ourselves overheat too quick, especially early on in this round where we can lose a lot of armor. And just at the top of that heat scale, I have no idea how we didn't overheat. I'm going to pop that cool shot, engage once more, use these machine guns in the meantime while I'm hopefully cooling down even a little bit. Firing these lasers now 1 by 1. We have to chain fire if we're going to stay engaged with these guys without overheating, unless we wanted to go overridden, but like I did. But you know, we're going to try and avoid that as best we possibly can. Focusing up on this Hellbringer right in front of us, we're just picking off every target that seems to give us their, you know, even their front sides. It looks like they're just trying to engage, get some cheeky shots around the corner, and we're just going to keep lighting them up as they come. Now, behind us, we do have some mechs back there, and we need to secure this off from the rest of their team. It's 2-1 right now, and we do not need the advantage to flip in their favor. We have a King Crab that just overheated right in front of us, and we're just going to lay some shots into his center torso. It looks like he doesn't even pay attention to us. He's still using those large lasers on his right shoulder, and we're just tearing through components now, and we get the kill on that back armor. This Cougar is now right in front of us. He's going to get a bunch of his components taken off. He's going to back up. We're riding the heat scale yet again. He is very, very slow to react right now, and he's going to go down as well. My friend is able to take him out. It is 7-2. How did it get to that point? I have no idea, but there we have a Panther right in front of us now. Triple light PPC, so as long as we stay within minimum range on this guy, he is of no use, and he's going to run back towards whatever is remaining of his team. Bravo, this Marauder, is pushing around the corner, and he's just going to get a lot of incoming fire from me and my friendlies. Again, riding that heat scale. We are on the hottest map. We did core out that leg, going for the other shot, and there he goes. We get the kill. Going for this Panther, we get a double kill very, very quickly. Last 2 targets. I was going to say last target, but we have this Marauder in front of us. He's not even going to pay attention. He's engaging with one of our bigger guys. We're going on the backside, going to core through that back armor and hopefully take this guy down as well. And there he goes. My friendly is able to take him down as well. So very, very quick succession of kills there. Absolutely devastating on these guys. And they do have radar, but I don't think this guy is going to wrap up 10 kills on us, especially since we're all very, very fresh. Looks like he might have headed towards Delta 3. And that's the way that I'm going to head. I'm going to head over there, maybe cut him off just to seal the deal on this one, get a tap on their base, and call it a day. So I'm going to start heading over there. I'm going to communicate with my team and just let them know where they are there. I let them know Delta 3 is where he was last seen on the minimap. Not sure which way he's heading. I'm guessing he's going along the Charlie line, but maybe he'll dip into this bowl here, and it doesn't look like he's coming through the bowl, but I'm going to keep my eyes peeled just in case he does decide to do a catwalk across the Charlie ridge line there. Gonna whip around the little, the rock formations, going through the sand. We have a lot of armor still to give. We're at 71% health and 1 target left. So, and I believe it's either a medium or a light, if I had to guess. For him to be all the way over here by himself, I can't see him going anywhere else other than this way. And there he is. Okay, so he is along the Charlie 6 line, and I'm just going to change direction real quick and hopefully get in behind him if I can. It looks like he's going towards Charlie 5, but he is going to be engaging with some other lights of ours, and it's a linebacker, so I was completely wrong. It's a heavy mech, and looking at his loadout, he is very, very short range flamers and SRM 6s, and he's at 79%. We might be able to engage with this guy. Even if we get an assist on that, it will give us an extra C-bill bonus, so hopefully I can even just get a spray on this guy. He isn't engaging with a lot of my friendlies, and there it is. So we did get the burn duration down on him. We should be able to at least get some more damage. He's going for the base kill. He's not even paying attention to us. He's going for the turrets, and we're just chewing off components on this guy. He's trying to escape now. I think he realizes what's going on, and finally he is going to get brought down, hopefully within the next couple seconds here. The linebackers are very tanky, so he's definitely... Oh my gosh, I overheated. I had my override on and I overheated. That is too funny. I was going for the kill. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh, so stupid. It was worth it, you know, it was worth it. Whatever. I went for it, trying to secure that kill, and that would have been the end of the round. But you know what? No pain, no gain, no risk, no reward. I'm totally fine with that. We did secure the victory. 500,000 C-bills, as I said, and that's going to do it for the round. So I hope you guys enjoyed the second round of gameplay. Looking at the team scores there, another excellent round, great teamwork, and flawless execution. But now let's head over to the third and final round of gameplay and mix it up even more with the environments. Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go. Third and final round is going to take place on Crimson Strait, and as you can see, we are already pushing over the saddle, just getting this one guy down. We saw him off in the distance. He's in a K9 Irby, and we're going to go for it really quick just because obviously we see him. He's off in the distance just to secure the kill before anything else can happen, and we're going to go for it. I'm going to go for the easiest shots just to get the quickest kill on this guy so that we're not padding any scores. And there he goes. Now we're going to move on here. We're going to head back towards the rest of the team if we can. If not, then maybe we'll loop around and go through the tunnel if I can get some support. So I'm looking at the saddle. Looks like I might have a couple takers who might want to come along with me. And if that's the case, at least we'll get some sort of a distraction, a quick little flank on these guys, and hopefully get their backs turned so that my team can take advantage and get some kills. Now we're going to focus up first, hopefully on Charlie, but first we're actually going to be engaging with this Madcat Mark II, who's at the edge of the tunnel. Put some back shots into him with these heavy mediums. Going to get some burn duration down. We did get another kill, so that's 2 zip at this point, and it looks like they are stuck right now in the tunnel, and they are receiving fire on both ends, so they are caught in a very, very sticky situation, and my team is just capitalizing on it. Simple as that. So we're taking advantage in the best way we possibly can by trapping these guys in the tunnel so that they're forced to engage on either end and be distracted by both sides of fire. Now, I did overheat there. I'm going to give myself some time to cool down here and just run along the outskirts. We're under 50% heat, so we should be able to alpha strike one more time with these heavy mediums. If not, then we'll be chain firing for a majority of the rest of the round, at least, unless we do happen to cool down. 2 kills still. It's still 2, and we're going through the back armor again on this Madcat Mark II. He is off in the distance, and we're just putting some light machine gun fire into his nose there. Now, he is backing up, but he's still engaging with some of my friendlies. I'm just going to whip around the corner here. We do have an assault with us, and I'm going to engage on that King Crab off in the distance. This Cicada is actually going to go towards my King Crab friendly and our Atlas, and I'm just not going to let that happen. I'm going to tear through that back armor, hopefully even get a kill, and there he goes. So Cicada goes down, but now we're going to engage on Delta, this Madcat Mark II again. He goes down as well with some support from the friendlies. 6-1 right now, and there he goes. We got that kill on the Cyclops, who was right in front of us. Changing targets again really quick towards this Griffin. He is in bad company right now. Not entirely sure what this guy was trying to do there, but we're going to go for the kill on him as well. Airstrike comes down. We did receive a little bit of damage. It's 8-2, and we're not even at the 10-minute mark yet. So Very, very quick succession of kills there. A fantastic strategy. Once we saw them in the tunnel, we trapped them, and they were forced to either engage or provide us with their backs, and we just took advantage. Another kill on that grasshopper, so he goes down, and all we have left is this Mishu Pishu. It looks like another mech up top. It looks like a light mech. And I believe that's a Phoenix Hawk off in the distance, if I remember correctly. We're going to keep engaging with these guys. I do have a weak leg, so I do need to be aware of that. Don't need any burn duration or to get that Gimp leg involved where I'm hobbling around for the rest of the match. So I'm going to protect it as best I can. Going to go through that back armor on that Mishu Pishu. He's out in the open in the water, and we're just going to engage as much as we possibly can, and we got the kill! I'm telling you, these machine guns just crit things out, and then it's all but a little bit of a countdown, and these guys fall face down in the dirt. Now, I'm going to hop up on the platform here. I'm not sure if someone took out that light mech. I didn't see if it was the light mech or that Phoenix Hawk that I think was off in the distance. I'm guessing it was the light mech that was taken out, and so we're just going to, you know, check around here a little bit just to make sure that nothing is moving and that light mech didn't escape. But there he is. Okay, so we do. It is, I believe, that medium off in the distance. I think it's a Phoenix Hawk, as I mentioned. They're shooting up on the mountain. We just have some long-range fire. It's 11-2. This was kind of a stompy round, but fantastic teamwork, and I just wanted to show this round simply because of the fact that that strategy worked absolutely incredible. I mean, everyone was caught in the tunnel, and my team engaged from underneath the platform to kind of trap them, really. I mean, that's the easiest way to describe it, and none of them really went outside to the, you know, in the side exit from the tunnel. So, you know, with that being said, it was kind of picking and choosing which target we were going to take down first, and it kind of just turned out the way that it is. It was just, it was like shooting fish in a barrel, really. So we're just scavenging around the map now, trying to find this last guy. He's going to make it difficult for us, rightfully so. I mean, if you still have weapons and you can engage, you never know. You might get some lucky shots, and who knows? Maybe you'll wrap up 10 kills. I never count anyone out, ever. You know, until they are face down and the score is finalized, I refuse to ever think that we have a round wrapped up, even when it's as lopsided as this one was. But we're going to keep searching around on the battlefield. I don't think he ran this far, if I had to guess. You know, I'm on one side of the map. He might be completely on the other side of the map. We just can't find this guy. Yeah, so I have no idea what it is, but he must be moving fast as a medium, so I'm thinking it's either a Cicada or a Phoenix Hawk, which is what I was thinking. You know, I might not even make it there if we do start to engage, because we still have 10 mechs running around on the battlefield trying to find this guy. But a couple of us did head over here just to see if we could find him. Maybe he shut down. Maybe their team will, you know, give him up, which I have seen before. Not cool. Don't do that. If the guy still wants to play, let him play. But now we're going to run back towards the other direction and maybe get him on the peninsula here, if he is over there. I have no idea, but hopefully we do find him relatively soon. I don't want to keep this video going for no reason other than, you know, trying to find this guy and get the kill. But we are approaching the 7-minute mark now. The main battle was finished around 10 minutes, so this guy's been running around for 3 minutes, undetected by 10 mechs. Good on you, man. But now, there he is. He's right in front of us. It is that Phoenix Hawk. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And he did turn around to engage with me. I'm going to shoot off that leg if I can. Get this guy to be crippled, and we got the kill! Somehow, we landed the critical shot on that backside and ultimately wrap up the final kill of the round to secure the victory for the team. 12-3 is your final. 6 kills, 5 assists, 3 KMDDs, 572 damage with 11 components destroyed. So by no means a fantastic round damage-wise, but we got the critical kills, we got the critical shots, we engaged where we thought it was necessary. As I said, that strategy worked incredibly when we trapped them in the tunnel there, and we just, you know, picked them off one by one by one. And they were probably distracted, you know, getting torn or mixed all over the place with who to shoot at. Maybe no comms on the other side. I'm not entirely sure, but my team did a fantastic job working together, you know, on both ends of the platform into the tunnel. and engaging on the right targets at the right time to get the kill. So that's going to do it for this episode of Mech Warrior Online. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, check out the links in the description. I have everything down there that you guys will need to know, including my link for Twitch, which you can follow me there to engage in all of the streams whenever I go live. There's Patreon, PayPal, email, Discord. Everything is down there in case you guys want to be more involved with this community. I want to thank each and every one of you for the tremendous amount of support. It's absolutely incredible. I can't thank you guys enough. But that's going to wrap it up for this video on the 30-ton light clan omnimech, the Arctic Cheetah Hero Shard. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Take care, guys.